Hello, people around the globe. Good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon, from which region you are belong. This is Dr. Sanjaykumar back once again in another episode of Facebook Into Life series. This live series is supported by Ryan Foundation and Institute of Peace. Today we have another great personality. We will talk to him. We will learn more about him from his life journey, his life experiences, and so on. Welcome to our guest. She is from the USA. She is Neelam Rai. Basically, her ancestors from the India. She is a business coach. She is a health coach. She is an angelic energy healer. Let's move to her to know more about her. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjay, and thank you to all my beautiful listeners. I want to say, no matter where we are connected
Thank you
with
so much,
something
ma'am.
greater, right?
Thank you so much for coming to our show. It's our honor and privilege having you to on my show. Thank you so much once again. Ma'am, would you please introduce yourself to my viewers, please?
Sure, yes. So, I come from actually a healthcare background. I have been in the corporate world for 20 years, close to 20 years, and I also come from fifth generation of spiritual teachers and healers. So people know me or they call me. I don't like to use the word expert, but my passion is energy medicine and business growth. So I'm here to bridge the gap between spirituality and success. Because oftentimes people put spirituality in one corner on one bucket, and success or money and businesses, even though they really want that, they put it on a separate basket. I'm here to bridge the gap. You can have both, best of the worlds, right? And I'm also known for giving people the tools to take your life and your power back, empowering leaders. I have three, I would say three abbreviation framework for success. Three E's. Whatever I teach, whatever I share, inspire, whether through teachings or whether you're hearing from here, is to help you to get energized, get empowered, and get elevated and take inspired actions, because there is no point in just listening when you don't take inspired actions. So I'm also a student of life and also a teacher at the same time. And my hope and my goal is to also help heal people to live prosperous life, whatever the blockages is, whether it's fear of visibility, whether it's fear of making money, or blockages in attracting abundance, love. So I integrate all these tools, because you cannot just teach strategies. We need to understand at the core of who we are, what is our purpose. And as humans, we all have flaws, we all have fears. So when I come here, a longest time I had fear of public speaking, but my biggest strength also was sharing messages. So I had to face my fear of visibility, fear of being judged in a Western world. Who is she talking about? Angelic connection, coming from Indian background, and who talks about wellness and talks about business, all of this. Because people are so used to putting themselves in a bucket. I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher, I'm an accountant, I am a former accountant, chartered accountant. And I also have many, many different trainings, because I thought those trainings are not enough to help us become teachers. I needed to really understand why people get sick, why people who are so successful still not making enough money, especially accountants who make millions of dollars for others. I've managed $100 million, but they don't teach you when you start your business how to do this. We're taught to become slaves to the system. Whether in school, they're teaching you to become employees, not entrepreneurs. In business world, they teach you to maximize wealth for the corporation. Nobody tells you how to show up as a leader. Even as as I teach leadership, spiritual leadership, I feel it's so important. We need to have these foundation principles when we start our journey, whether through teachings or through entrepreneurship or wherever we are. We need to really own who we are. Without this understanding, we won't understand our purpose. We won't be able to channel the divine love, whatever way we channel, through teaching, through medicine, through healings. But first, we need to know who we are. So I'm here to help you get to the core of who you are first. What is your gift? Then you get empowered. Yes, this is who I am. Forget about the world, what they think of me. I'm here to teach about, for me, is like, connecting people to their guides and angels. And I'm not talking about just angels. I'll tell you in a minute what I mean by angels. And then from this place, you come from a place of integrity as an empowered leader and not from a place of judgment or competition. And then you can share it to others. So I teach all this that, it's not about what we do, but it's how we do it, how we show up in the world, in our personal life, in our professional lives. So I hope I can help you. My goal is to simplify your life and your business journey as empowered leaders with simple tools.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are doing wonderful job. You are teaching the people who are you, teaching the leaders, teaching the people who are leading of certain companies, certain areas, certain specific fields. You are doing a wonderful job. As you are expert in angelic energy healing. This is a bit different topic, a new word for me, that angelic energy healing. So, what is energy?
Yes. So first of all, people know angels. Everybody, every living being on this planet have guardian angels. You also have at least two, and they are here since we are born till the last breath. So that's the guardian angels people think of. And these are because God is abstract, right? People are finding God in places, but also God created this high frequency. I call them our celestial brothers and sisters, bringing the frequency of divine into our lives. And angels actually is more than just beings with wings. It is our state of consciousness. You heard about the world is going through a shift in consciousness from the old way of living to an empowered way of living, right? Ascension. What is this ascension towards? Ascension towards a state of consciousness to love consciousness. So we are one frequency away from that love consciousness. So no matter what we are doing every day, we have the power. That's why I say I give you the tools to take your power back, the power to raise, no matter what situation you are in, a heated argument at the office or at home, you can instantly shift that energy to a place of love by opening our heart, by healing our hearts. But it comes from within. So angels means a state of consciousness, helping you to become what you're desiring to become. If you want to attract more love, become love, right? If you want to make more money, understand the energy of money is not to hold it, but understand it's the energy that goes. It's a give and take. So
Given.
angels to me is, when I say angelic teacher, actually people call me Doctor of Light. And I want to tell you what light means. Let me step back first. What is God? God is love. Love is the divine light, and light is consciousness, and consciousness is everything. Right?
Thank you so much for explaining the angelic energy. That is a consciousness, pure consciousness. So, my question is to you, that how we find our consciousness.
That's an excellent question, Dr. Sanjay. So, most people in the Western world, even in our Indian cultures, we think about all these rituals that are out there for generations. Rituals has been passed down to us. So, we already in the Western world, we have, meditations. We have Sanskrit mantras that we chant on. These are rituals that are supposed to help us to raise our vibration. Nobody explains why we're doing it. We just do it in our Asian cultures. In the Western world, they're running after these rituals without understanding how to integrate these high frequencies. So that's where, you need a teacher to tell you, yes, these are great rituals, but it's not about just reading, a tarot card. It's not about just attending a workshop. It's about really, really practicing this every day. It's not a one-time thing. Healing is a journey. Angelic. So I want to introduce to you the concept of angelic energy therapy is a blessing that you and I can become first and bring these blessings through our presence to others. And we do this first three ways: by cleansing and purifying our energies, because we're human beings, beings of love, angels of beings of light. So when we raise ourselves to this high frequency of light, we're dense, releasing these dense energies, those lower vibrations of anger, resentment, all those things that no longer is resonating. So as we are releasing and shedding all those old energies, we want to come to this place of love. It's not an easy phase. It's a very delicate phase, right? Any minute you can go back, fall back to that old way of doing where you're instantly snapping at people, or maybe you have this unforgiveness in your heart. So in order for you to stay in this high vibration, you ask me, how can we stay in this high vibration in the consciousness of love? Is by rituals and practices, by cleansing, purifying your energies, by grounding your energy and protecting your energy. Three things that most teachings forget to teach you. I mean, there are so many healing modalities. I have mastered maybe dozens of them, but it's the power lies in daily simply. They say, success is daily habits. Same thing with spiritual expansion is a daily success rituals. And I have a free practical 5-step April techniques that helps you to stay in this vibration. You asked me how. It's called April, the word April. Next month is April. A is, by affirmations, prosperity mantras. R is releasing. I is becoming very intentional in what you do. So healing also through intentional healings. They say no one is better, good or bad. It's the intention someone has for you. So becoming intentional. And then L is the love and gratitude. So these are a practical framework that I created before I could even teach about angelic healings. It's the rituals. How do you show up in your own personal life, in your family life? And it begins with you. It takes 5-10 minutes a day. And if you can do this, and I have a whole 3-hour lecture on this, classes on each piece. But in a nutshell, it's the daily rituals. How you do one thing is how you do everything in your life. And then by cleansing and clearing and grounding your energy, we're opening ourselves to receiving the divine love, the divine messages. So you become an embodiment of truth, embodiment of integrity, embodiment of the messenger from divine. And we all can channel that. I love channeling divine blessings through my words and through the channeling healing and channeling through the message. So I'm also an angelic channel sharing their messages. And all of you can do this by purifying your energy, by integrating this spiritual energy. So right now, COVID has asked people to slow down. People have been so fast forward, always taking 2 steps ahead. But we are forced to integrate all our life lessons, integrate these high spiritual energies. Once we ground ourselves, then we can move forward in our lives with all our higher purpose, our callings. Hope that answered your question. How you stay in this high vibration consciousness, conscious of love, love consciousness. We're journeying into oneness. That's another way. When we start to kind of like unveil the concept of separation, that we're separate from God or we're separate from each other, still maintaining our unique personalities, our uniqueness, but understanding at the core we are all brothers and sisters here. And understanding
Thank
we
you.
are all one. So it's a consciousness of one also, consciousness of love. And I know in the medical field, in the business field, you don't want to hear about love. They thought love is just some sensitive topic, emotional feelings. No, this is about universal love. and the love that we're going to translate to the work we're supposed to do, not from a place of um, the old way the school system was, the teachers overpowering the children, I'm better than you, or the parents overpowering children, that this is my house, my rules, my way or highway. So these are old structures. When we step up into this consciousness, we don't own someone, whether you're an employer, whether you're a parent, whether you're a teacher, but you're here to contribute to the collective consciousness. Then we raise this planet's consciousness. But it begins from each one of us. Once we accept love for ourselves, once we open ourselves, that we are not here to boss around someone, but to contribute to someone's evolution, then we're really doing God's job. So that's where we are. We're shifting from the old masculine energy and integrating the divine feminine energy of balance, of inclusiveness. And we can do this by clearing all this old way. And I'm not saying you are wrong, but it's just the way people are grown up or the way they have been uh, taught.
Thank
Just
you
like
so
what
much.
happened to United States, what happened to United States with our, the civil movements. For 400 years, you thought this country is free, but it was a wake-up call that how separated people are.
Okay, you are sharing such a wonderful information about energy healing, angelic energy healing, and I had made a poster that angelic energy by Dr. Neelam Rai. My question, I have a lot of question to ask you. Before asking another question, it's time to break. So that's I'm running here commercial.
साईं, हमारी फसलों को कीड़े लग रहे हैं। साईं क्या करें?
बस आसान करो।
आसान करो हैं?
नहीं आजकल तो दुबई के बड़े चक्कर शक्कर साईं, नई नई पैंट बुशर्ट साईं। साईं कोई हमारा भी दुबई में रोजगार करा दो साईं।
आसान करो।
आसान करो।
चाचू ये थ्योरी समझ नहीं आ रही, समझाए ना कैसे करूं।
आसान करो।
हैं? आसान करो?
बेटे, इसमें तो बड़ा मसला है, शहर भेजना पड़ेगा।
दादी आसान करो।
आसान करो।
यूट्यूब करो, आसान करो।
अपनी जिंदगी की हर मुश्किल आसान करो। यूट्यूब करो, सब आसान करो।
Viewers, welcome back, Dr. Neelam. Viewers, we are back from the break. We have Dr. Neelam Rai from USA. She is talking on angelic energy. She is expert in angelic energy as well as she is a business expert, business coach. She is an entrepreneur. Let's move to ask more questions from her. My question to you in the previous conversation, and you were talking about cleansing the energy, purifying the energy. So my question to you: how we cleansing our energy, how we purify our energy, how we activate our chakras.
Yes, that's an awesome question, Dr. Sanjay. Yes, and this is what I teach. In a very simplified way, we get so lost in the trainings, in the spiritual trainings, and that's why. And when I say angelic, people are talking so much intellectually or too much about the soul, but nobody talks about your heart because we are beings of love. So the fastest way to understand angelic or any angelic healing therapy is, or even to receive, is opening our heart. And we do this through our own cleansing. The chakras are cleansed, the more clear. So let me talk about chakras. What is chakra to you? And then I'll expand on that. Do you
Uh,
want to add something? What does chakra mean to you?
Okay, chakra mean to me these are the sources of energy from crown to our genital parts. They have seven different points of energy. This is all what I know about chakras.
Okay, this was the crash course in chakras. Okay, so most people know about the main seven chakras, right? So chakras are also, they carry your life themes. Each chakra represents, think about them as a vortex, a reservoir that gives you life force energies for that part of your life. For example, your throat for speaking, right? And then if this is blocked, not only you will have fear of speaking a truth, but you can also have emotional, physical symptoms, like people have throat problems, they have shoulder problems, even migraine problems. So when we talk about chakras, these are your power force energies that also represents your life themes. So the fastest way to connect with the spiritual world and this physical world is this bridge, which is our heart space. So without going into 10 years of, going through like, okay, people think about balancing your chakras means now you are, healed. But each chakra is here to share you a life lesson. And some of us will have to live with that life lessons. So understanding what is this chakras teaching you, the imbalance, that can help you towards healing. So many people, we as a doctor, people carry a lot of symptoms in the solar plexus, the gut area, right?
Yes.
What could be the main source of the major health problems in the world? Two-thirds of people at least have stomach problems, or they have obesity, or they have diabetes, or blood pressure, or autoimmune disorders, because there is this imbalance in this energy, the major energy. Well, they're all important, the solar plexus, right? And
Yes.
so much medicines and science and breakthroughs are there. But understanding why you are having this on a physical and emotional and spiritual level will help you create breakthroughs to your energy and your healings. So also the other way is because we carry all our emotions here. Because we are beings of love and we carry emotions. What happens when you stop receiving love? What is cancer? Why do women get cancer? Why do men get cancer? Because a part of you stops loving yourself. A part of you stops communicating in the body. So that's where chakras, these are the communication centers. These are where we carry the entire universal wisdom within us, within the chakras. This is how God has created, because we were created from God's love. So the chakras represents the messaging center connecting to divine. And when I say angelic healings, they come because science can see it. Doctors cannot diagnose where your emotions are blocked. That's where this frequency energy, angelic energy, they can see through you. So whatever is imbalanced for heart space, there is an angelic energy, Divine Mother Mary. She brings forward high healing frequency without even sometimes talking, without letting you go into the diagnosis. But by being in that presence, you will be automatically, instantly uplifted to a place of loving by healing your heart. Sometimes I do this through guided meditation. Sometimes I do through channeling the messages. So it's a combination. When I say angelic, it's a combination of 12 in one healing modalities. It's the chakra healing. It's your energy balancing. It is your heart healings. This is activating your own health codes within you. So giving the power back to you. And again, I come from healthcare background. I have doctors and nurses in my family, but I feel like if doctors can embrace the alternative energy medicines, and the spiritual people can also, we can walk hand in hand and really heal some major elements um, that most people think they have given up. We are the co-creators here. So by incorporating these energy frequencies, and when I say angelic, this also includes our ascended masters. So when I'm teaching to a collective group, it's not just working with archangels or Divine Mother Mary. She's known as Queen of the Angels. Jesus comes forward. And if I'm working with an Indian client, maybe, Goddess Lakshmi comes forward to help heal something, or Ganesh ji will step forward to help you remove your obstacles. So I'm just a channel bringing their frequencies. I don't know what you call this in India. I'm a channel. And bringing five generations. So this is not something I just learned in last 20 years. It's ingrained in each one of us. But how willing you are to awaken that healing codes within you. And once you heal that, you might be empowered to teach or share to the world like I am doing, because this is such a beautiful energy that you don't want to keep it a secret, that we have the power to heal. And maybe pharmaceutical companies will sue us because we're taking our medicines. But I'm not here to, this energy can bless in you every area of your life. So I see this as a blessing frequency. You know how in our Indian culture we touch our parents' feet for blessings before we start our something major in our life? What if those parents are not talking to you? Or maybe there's a disconnection. Where will you get these blessings? Or they will give you, you know what, mummy ka shrap milega, you heard the feeling. These are not the right way to teach to people, because parents are parents, they're humans. They don't hold the power to curse you. And I hear this a lot in those drama serials. It's full of this drama. So how can we bring blessing in our life when we have people, when you're stepping into the light, they might have this jealousy feeling, the envy feeling, or who's she, or they want to project these negative energies to you. Through this energy, by cleansing your energies, you will keep off all the bad energies, because God has created the polarity of bad and good energies. Our focus is to continue to cleanse, clear, and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane and continue to share your love and your messages. I'm sorry, what was your question?
No, you did you
The
cleared my.
chakras, right? The chakras helps you to stay focused, to understand your life lessons. Once we integrate our life lessons, just this is what COVID is about, integrating our life lessons. Once we integrate these life lessons, the high spiritual energies, ground them, then we can step into all the beautiful, magnificent things we're born to do. But it's like life is this roller coaster, like the stock market, right? It's a high and low. Right now, even though we feel like it's a low, but it's preparing for a breakthrough to rise up. So it's very needed. We need to use this time to get all the healings, to get I keep saying the word, integrate your life lessons and the spiritual energy, so you can really step forward. A lot of people are stepping up, like doctors are also opening to spiritual conversations like this, because we know there is more to life, more to what we have been taught.
Thank you so much for sharing wonderful information about the chakras, how we cleaning our energy, how we cleaning our chakras. As I am taking too much time, but I'm learning lot of things from you. I have request, can I ask one more question from you?
Sure.
Okay, it's very basic question. What is spirituality to you?
To me, spirituality is becoming who you're supposed to be. It's a way of living. It's a
Great.
way of living. It's becoming what you have been called to do in this world. We all made a contract before coming to this planet to share our love. So to me, spirituality is all aspect of becoming who you are, embracing the messiness of who we are as humans, and still knowing we are more than just this physical bodies. Understanding who you are and how you share this to the world. So it's a way of living to me.
Thank you so much. You shared that spirituality for you, that who you are, and how I share myself, my love to the world. Thank you so much for sharing such a wonderful information about the angelic energy, what is angelic energy, how we activate, how we purify our energy, how we cleansing our energy, how we activate our chakras. Thank you so much for sharing such a wonderful, such a very valuable, very informative knowledge to me, to my viewers. We have learned lot of things from you. This final request, give a word of wisdom to my viewers, then we end the show.
I have 1 minute or 5 minutes.
It's on you. It's on you.
Okay. So the word that comes to me, and you hear my kids screaming. So the wisdom that comes to mind is acknowledgement. Look after yourself, acknowledging your desires and needs, and taking steps to meet them. Examine and note your gifts, your talents, and your achievements. When you accept all aspects of yourself, you feel more centered, more confident, and you will genuinely then acknowledge others. So becoming aware of and nurturing all the good qualities of other people in your life so that you can feel more relaxed and happy in your own presence. So the angels are here to remind you to recognize who you truly are. Goes back to my concept of spirituality. And you are really an evolved spirit in this human body. And when you acknowledge your spiritual dimensions, you will align with your true self. Your spirit will roar, right? So let's end this conversation with an affirmation that I acknowledge who I truly am.
Thank you so much. I have recognized who I am. To you, I am. Thank you so much for your time. It's really an honor for me having you on my show. My privilege. I learned a lot of things from you. Hope all viewers also learned a lot of new things about energies, chakras. Thank you so much once again. Viewers, we will come in another live show with another great personality. We'll learn new things. Till that, stay happy. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Namaskar. Thank you once again, Dr. Neelam. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Did we disconnect from the live or are we still on?